Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you for today's session that we have. And we've chosen a very interesting topic for you. I'm sure it's a trending topic and it's a trending discussion point that at least in 2025 we have come across a lot, and that is manifestation. How do you use the power of manifestation to reach your goals? It could be your personal goals, your professional goals, and also we also wanted to bring the aspect that is manifestation only a psychological phenomena, or is it something that your universe really helps you to achieve that thing? So we are here with you with a very interesting session that will not only give you the details or the analysis of how the manifestation works, but also its viability and its uses and how we can use it to make our lives more impactful. So we have a very special speaker with us today, that's Shweta. So Shweta is a qualified trainer and a mindfulness coach around it, and she has done various accomplishments throughout her life, which include being a Bachelor of Architecture. She has pursued her HR also, HR MBA. She's done numerous courses in terms of diet, nutrition, yoga session, fitness sessions. She's also a mindfulness coach, and she is very well adept in taking up sessions that help us with mindfulness, with sessions like manifestations and all. So without further ado, I'll hand over the floor to Shweta to further enlighten us on this topic and share her inputs with us. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Urvi. Hey, everybody, guys. Very good afternoon from my side of the world. And if you're all around the world, it could be good morning, good evening. So, guys, wishing you the very best today. So, guys, may I welcome all of you to this session? And the name of today's session is Manifest Your Dream Life. So, guys, as Urvi mentioned, that many people say that, manifestation, dreams coming true, is only psychological, that, oh, it's like more like a magic. But in today's session, what we are going to do is we are going to actually go through all the, quantum physics, scientific reasons that why, I would say this topic of manifestation has taken a lot of toll. And guys, have you realized that, till pandemic time, we all were, happy in our existing world, but pandemic actually took a toll on our mental fitness, on our physical fitness, and we all after pandemic have, I must say that we just, we rose like a phoenix. So, and since then, the manifestation, making your dreams come true, that hey, you know what, this is only one life that we have, let's make the most out of it, or hashtag do what you love, or hashtag love what you do. So all these, hashtags and I would say so-called domains started popping up. So today's topic specifically is manifest your dream life. So guys, today's session is with some science, with some information, with some education maybe for some people. It is also based with a lot of activities. Guys, because I believe that if even though we think of something and we are just wishing for it, but even feel like taking an action, and if we don't take action, nothing is going to move, right? Because even as Robin Sharma says that every dream only can come true with one quality of consistency, and of course then following it with discipline. So let's go through today's session and let's see that how we can actually manifest all the dreams in our life. But before we move forward, everybody, I would just love to quickly, let you know, because you should know who the speaker is. Guys, as you know, my name is Shweta Kulkarni. Guys, I am professional trainer and speaker. Guys, of course, I'm a certified mindfulness coach, but I love to call myself as an advocate because I follow this in my life as well. Guys, I also work as an education specialist with Zumba. I think, it's been more than 10, 15 years I am education specialist, and that's where my journey into mindfulness, into life coaching has started. Because I'm also an author. In fact, this year I launched my first book got published. I'm going to show you that book also. That will also help you to empower yourself. I'm a podcaster and say occasional YouTuber. So guys, this is my in short, and I come with an experience of more than around I would say specifically 15 years of experience, but in this section of coaching and self-empowerment, self-motivation, mindfulness. My experience should be around 8 to 10 years. We are going to talk a lot because I know you guys can, hear me, but we do have a chat window where we can chat as well. I would also love to know the questions later and all. But let's start with this science of manifestation. As Urvi also mentioned, that I am a bachelor of architect, guys. I am a BArch by education because I come from a science field. Many years back, when somebody told me about this concept of manifestation, somebody told me about this concept of law of attraction, I used to think that what is that magic? Oh, today people say we have different kind of gods and different religions, different cultures, but what is this universal power? And I started studying all these things a lot, guys. Now, eventually, in today's world, I must say that manifestation is a practice of bringing our desires, our goals, our dreams into reality, guys. Now, guys, our mind is extremely powerful. Have you ever realized that maybe you have been thinking of something for a long time? It could be a positive thought, or it could also be something which is unpleasant or a negative thought. Maybe that has arose because of some fear or being into an insecure state of mind. Let's say you've been thinking that, and that particular thing happens. Let's go back to school or college days, guys. I don't know how many of you will relate to that, but let's say you have been a science student or a math student, and there is an exam of math, and you just keep praying, whatever it is, this topic that question should not come related to this topic. And you are constantly praying, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. Or you might say that, what if this question comes and oh my God, what if that is exactly all the subjects or the topics will come which I have not studied? And guess what, guys? Sometimes you thinking that so much, that exact question comes by and hits you hard. You're like, oh my God, this is the exact question. Now, why did this happen? Did the examiner change the paper just before, maybe 1 hour before, just because your mind was scared? No, guys. So, this process of whatever we think actually comes true. And I must say, this is a universal power. I would say this is kind of magic. And guys, with this also, I want you guys to know that your mind is a super powerful place. Guys, more than even though whatever you're thinking of, everything happens first. Many people, even many philanthropists in today's world, they all say that everything happens twice. First in your mind, and then only in reality, in the form of action, it happens. So, guys, yes, manifestation is closely related to the law of attraction. It is also a part and parcel of law of attraction process. We are going to touch base on this law of attraction and these all topics, manifestation, law of attraction, making all your dreams and beliefs coming true and desired goals come true. They all fall into a section of positive psychology, guys. Okay, of course, we are going to talk more about it, but as also the science of manifestation blends with psychology, it also blends with neuroscience, guys. Why? Because it is related to the waves in your brain. Okay, quantum physics. Why? Because if I'm thinking of something, I am so powerful in my mind. Have you ever read anywhere or heard from somebody that if you are thinking of God, the God is within you? So, guys, exactly the same thing that the energy is within us. Now, the moment you start thinking of something, your mind, body starts desiring it. The more you want it. So, guys, this all, this manifestation process, I would say the science is completely, that falls into positive psychology. So, let's move forward. Coming from the science of manifestation, let's see that how exactly it works with everybody. Now, guys, we all are different. Okay, we all are unique in our own way. So I was just talking to one of my, client. I also do a physical and mental fitness coaching for this client. And I always ask her that she's always lazy to do all exercises. She's always like, oh, Shweta, I have this work, I have that work. She has, n number of reasons. And according to me, these are excuses. But she's like, how dare you call them excuses? But all these excuses that she has that this happened and that's the reason I couldn't work out. this happened, and that's the reason I couldn't do meditation. My toddler was not well, my husband was traveling, and all these reasons. So guys, and I was wondering that how come I'm a person that whatever happens, I don't forget my meditation routine, I don't forget my physical fitness routine, and I'm on it. I am, I would say, focused and consistent, and I am binded to these all, stuff that I truly believe in. And guys, here exactly what happens is that we all are different. Now, when I say different, even though, guys, we are different than our parents as well. Then let's say you have a sibling, you might be, there's a difference of like earth and sky, difference of total east, west, north. You're like, oh my God, these two cousins or these two brother sisters are totally different. Guys, this difference comes within us because of this set of values that we have. Okay. Now, what are set of values? Values could be our principles of life. Values could be that, hey, if you ask me, my set of values can be health, it could be physical, mental, abundance. I love to have big money in my account, bank accounts, abundance. I feel that there are n number of, opportunities in the world. So, one of my most important value is traveling. I love to explore, look into new places. So, when I am this kind of person, my interest, my taking action will only come from that section and that set of values. So the same thing happens with all of you. So before we move forward and we just, maybe you're already reading what is there on my screen right now. Before we move forward, I want you guys to just think that what are those principles of life? It could be just being honest. You're such an honest person that whatsoever, like, you have to tell the truth to everybody. Some people are very transparent. Some people are like, hey, you know what? I will not be able to speak. So, what are those principles or values of your life that you follow in everyday process naturally, guys? Nobody has to tell you to do that. So, may I invite all of you? So it could be grabbing your pen and paper, or if you are watching this webinar on a laptop, find out notes or just write it down, guys. I'll give you just 1 minute that write down all the values or the principles of only your life, not by influence by anybody, not by saying that, hey, you're a woman, you need to cook at home. Oh, you're a mom, you need to take care of your kids. Not the values that come from the outside world, the values that you truly believe. Write it down, guys. I'll also invite all of you to share it in the chat because I can read the chat. Let's Any questions, if any doubts, put it in the chat, guys. Okay. So, guys, I'm assuming that you might have mantra, just wrote down your values and principles of your life. And that's what happens in this process of manifestation, guys. Why we are doing this value elicitation process is to understand that why some people have clarity in their life, why some people are like, hey, I can't even decide, or why some people are like, I don't know what kind of person, I'm still exploring the purpose of my life, right? And that exactly, guys, I have mentioned here that we all are different. So today, while we are going through this manifestation process, some of you might have extremely good clarity of your goals. Some of you might have the clarity that, hey, Shweta, I want these things in my life. Some of you want to, you will also might have a clarity that I know that where I want to be in the next 3 to 5 years. So guys, if you are this kind of person, so may I also invite you while I'm speaking, just write down that what is the it could be the quality of person or with the post or the kind of abundance or the wealth you want to have or maybe any countries you want to travel. What are these things that you really wish to have in the next 3 to 5 years? For only those who have the clarity. But guys, don't worry. If you are not that kind of person, let's move forward. And I want you guys to go to the next point. I would always say that I don't know what I want, Shweta. It's like I don't know that, or maybe how much money I want, or how much, what kind of house I have, or what kind of car I want, or which countries I want to travel. Some people talk about emotions. Some people say that I want to feel this. I, wherever I am on the earth, I want to feel this. So the feelings are your emotions. Or some people say that, if you're going through a a different kind of low point in your life. It's life is like a roller coaster, right, guys? It's never going to be same. Yesterday might be good, today might be different, tomorrow might be more good, guys. So, what kind of emotions you want? And sometimes you're like, I don't like to be dependent. Many of my clients say, hey, you know what? Emotional dependency makes me uncomfortable, Shweta. Some people say that, hey, you know what? I'm a very introvert person, so I always draw a line, and I like to, be with myself more. All kind of emotions. So these are like description of what do you wish for? What do you type of person you want? The quality of person with what values. So also it could be that what emotions I want to feel every day. Because if you fall into that section of humanity, let me invite all of you to write down that these are the things that I want to be or want to feel. Please write it down. I'm also inviting people who are having clarity of goals. Write down otherwise also if you want to feel that what kind of feelings you want, what kind of emotions. This could also be that, let's say every day, if you are working from home, if you're traveling or commuting to your office spaces, how do I want to feel going there? It could also be that. So just write it down, guys. I'll give you just 30 seconds to 1 minute, everybody. As emotions are, I would say, being a human, we can't escape them. I think we also, I'm sure many of you must have heard about the concept of emotional intelligence, how to manage your emotions, or so guys, in the section of mindfulness, we talk about accepting all the emotions. It's about, so guys, let me give an example. If it is a big ocean, and if you're, like taking a ship towards maybe Atlantic Ocean or Atlantic, like a place where there are a lot of icebergs and stuff. Even iceberg is supposed to be ocean, right? Because it is still made up of ice and it's made up of water. So emotions are like whatever low vibe emotions, high vibe emotion. That emotions make you happy and exhilarate you and just gives you a lot of creativity or just being into the creative space. So, guys, mindfulness says that accept all your emotions. Every time we feel something, guys, our emotion is giving us a message. And if you listen to the emotion, only then you're able to understand that what exactly this emotion wants to tell me. Most of the time, these emotions are the lessons of our life, right? But how to understand these lessons first is to accept, adapt to the emotion, even though that is a low vibe and an uncomfortable emotion. Okay, so let's move forward and we are going to get into this third section of humanity, or there might be more, but this is what I've experienced in the last 10 years. So the next one says that many of my clients or many people say that, hey, Shweta, I don't know what I want or I don't know what I want to feel. I want to take just one day at a time. And I'm yet discovering and I'm exploring my life. So this could be, and guys, not necessary that you all feel these, different pointers separately. You might all feel together in different sections of life also. So if you are that kind of person that I want to take one day at a time, just you may just note it down or write it down that, you know, how do I want to feel today, that right now? Or maybe just ask yourself that, how am I doing today? How do I feel today? One of the best way to, feel that and write it down would be or just experience it is maybe just putting your right hand on your chest here and just ask yourself that, how, are, how am I feeling today? Just ask yourself, how am I feeling today? And you may just write down whatever those feelings are right now, guys. Guys, any thoughts to share? Any questions? Feel free to mention in the chat. Okay, guys, let's move forward. Okay, now, like I would say, we have all rules and conditions applied to drive on the road, what time to come into the office. So there are some rules of manifestation, and guess what? All these rules will always help you to become the best version of the human being you are. So, guys, the first rule is that you need to think about your goal, that feeling. You need to keep wishing for it. So maybe yesterday you thought about that goal, or maybe you could just say that, oh, shut up. Maybe I saw somebody getting promoted and taking the space that I wanted to be. And yesterday I thought about it. Today I'm okay about it. Guys, don't forget that yesterday when you saw that person getting promoted, before you, and you were expecting that promotion, or maybe you were expecting that salary, or you were expecting that job, and somebody else got it. You might just get a letter that hey, you were not selected for that job, or something like that, and you felt bad. So if yesterday you felt it and today you want it again, you need to think about it every day. But sometimes the human brain works other way around. That whatever you really want as a person, that naturally keeps coming to you. So I would say you consciously or subconsciously, you will always keep thinking of that. So may I invite you to list down some things in your mind, or it could be a personal goal, it could be a relationship goal, it could be a finance and a career, or a promotion role, or whatever those all goals are in your mind. Just bring them to yourself right now. As I mentioned, it could be financial success, or it could also be that's what I want, a more peaceful life. And the moment you're bringing it, just to your own notice that, hey, I really want this. Maybe right now, since morning, you're into your work chaos, but right now, you're thinking that, no, Shweta, I want it. Just stay with that thought. And the fun part is, guys, the moment we start thinking of that thing or a thing that we want. So here also I've mentioned an example that if you decide to buy a red car, guys, has it happened with you that you wanted to buy a red car and then suddenly you start noticing red cars everywhere? So guys, one of my, I still remember, guys, a few years back, I don't know if you have watched that movie. That is a live example with me that I watched a movie and I saw that country in that movie and I was like, wow. And I just made a wish that someday I just want to travel to this country. And guess what? Within 2 years, it stayed in my mind. Every time I watched the movie, I was like, hey, you know what? I wanted to go to this country. I want to go to this country. It looks very good. And guess what, guys? In the next 2 years, somehow, somewhere out of nowhere, there was an opportunity that made me travel to that country. So I just make sure that it just goes on in your mind, even though um, you start feeling that, hey, I know I've been working hard, but still I'm not getting it. Stay with the thought that, yes, I want this. I want this. It could be any relationship. It could be, wanting more love in your life. It could be wanting more harmony in your life. Just keep wishing for that. I just want. And then when we talk about this whole universal power, it could be in the form of anything. It could be, some people see this, universal power or this godly or divine vibes in Gautam Buddha's picture. Some people see in Lord Ganesha. Some people see it in Lord Shiva. Guys, you are not restricted to any universal power. These all idols or these all, I would say, gods or whatever we have made, the whole idea of having a temple, the whole idea of having any kind of spiritual or divine space is to just be there and pray for it. The more you pray for it, and praying doesn't have to be always holding hands, it could be just by wishing. So let me invite you to just come back to your goals and your dreams and what you truly want. So while you're doing this, also, uh, does manifestation work? Yes, guys, it works. I would say 101% it works. Guys, it works because it's magical if you see it. But guys, it works when there's a combination of your action and your mindset and also your self-enhancement. Now, what is your mindset? Okay, your mindset is the set of thoughts that you think and you allow yourself to think. Now, if my set of thoughts are negative, I It could be, guys, we all experience negative and positive situations. There are also been stages or phases of life that, hey, let's take an example, going back 5 years, let's take an example of COVID. Nobody wanted it, but some people went through, disastrous life in during COVID time. Some people really, progressed. People who are into digital world really progressed. There are some companies which, who made good business out of COVID time. Some people lost their jobs. Some people were worried, insecure. So all these phases of life, let it be up and down, anytime, guys, our mindset, our thoughts are always related to the experiences we have. Now, may I ask you one thing that did you get only bad experiences, or or you could also have good experiences in your life? Now, guys, the funny part is the human brain is easily attracted to the negativity and it stays with you. Okay, guess what? Yet till now, I have not studied that psychological part. I wouldn't, claim any science on that, but somehow we quickly get attracted to the negative parts. But there are also good incidences. So whatever you allow your mind to think, right? Whatever you allow your mind to think, whatever you watch on your OTT or TVs or whatever social media channels you watch, whatever you listen, whatever news you're watching, how much drama you allow in your life. Only those kind of things always impact your life. And guess what, guys? Even though you say that, oh, Shweta, I don't decide it, but it comes to me. Guess what? This it comes to you. It means that in a way you're allowing that to happen to yourself. And the more you think about it, the more we attract. That's exactly what happens in the law of attraction. Okay. So, of course, we are going to talk about mindset shifts and enhancement also in some time. I have some activities for all of you. Now, the best part is the best rule of manifestation is today we are going to focus on that is happy and confident people attract more positive experiences. So there are more chances that if you're happy and confident, there are more chances that you will always achieve your dreams. Guys, have you ever noticed that you might see some bunch of people, you might say, this person, bloody hell, he always is successful. He's always a rich person. He spends so much, he travels around, he is like buying new stuff, but he's always a rich person. Money keeps flowing in his life, right? Because that person will always attract abundance because he is more happy, more confident. Maybe he's happy in what he's doing. Right? So please remember, and let's focus on this today that happy and confident people tend to attract more positive experiences. And that's exactly the agenda of today's session. So let's see if I can get you more into an happy and confident space. The first activity that we are going to do, everybody, is we are going to say thank you everything that we have in our life. Ready, everybody? You could, fold your hands like this, like this. It could be just close your eyes, maybe. And let me invite all of you to say thank you and just repeat after me. Okay, ready? I have some quick words. Just repeat, guys. Whatever I say, some of you might say that, Shweta, I will not say it because I don't accept it. But, guys, for now, just say it with me and let's see what happens after that. Okay? So everybody say it with me. I am alive. Thank you. I am thankful for this beautiful life. I am thankful to do everything that I love in my life. I am thankful for peace, harmony, and so much abundance in my life. I am loved and I am blessed. Say it again. I am loved and I am blessed. And one last statement, guys, for all of us, and you may repeat this every morning, guys, and that will really empower you. I accept myself, I love myself, and I am enough. One more time, guys. I accept myself, I love myself, and I am enough. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to all who participated in this activity. Guys, with this space, or I'm just hoping that you feel more positive about yourself. And somehow, guys, gratitude has a different energy. So, gratitude is also considered in manifestation as a high vibe emotion. So, guys, every time in manifestation, if you feel good about yourself, if you are happier, and in that state of mind, if you really wish for something, there are more chances that you will achieve this. Now, how you will achieve this, or how am I going to get this, Shweta? In how much time? Will I get it in the next 3 months? Because I mentioned 3 months on the piece of paper. So guys, with this, I would ask all of you to trust the process. Just keep being happy and keep wishing for everything. And yes, it is going to come back to you. Okay. Also, guys, before moving forward, I want to invite all of you to take this moment as we are into this gratitude space. Let me invite all of you to write down. It could be 3, 5, 10 things that you're grateful about. It could be your family, a person who loves anybody with whom you work in your office, any manager that, any colleague that makes you happy. It could be anybody, some things. It could be as simple as this, guys. Right now, I'm extremely thankful to my laptop. I'm extremely thankful for all this equipment right now, which is supporting me so that I am able to deliver this session to you. So may I invite all of you to write down, take next 1 or 2 minutes, guys. We have time. So feel free to ask questions in the chat. Okay, everybody. Um, let's move forward. As I'm not seeing any yet questions or chat, so Urvi, help me if understanding if I'm only not seeing it. But no problem if there are no questions right now. Let's move forward. So guys, as also I mentioned about the rules of manifestation. Rules of manifestation are like the most important thing is the more happier and in a good space you are, there are more chances that you will achieve everything you want. So you might say, Shweta, that, hey, if I am not achieving what I want, how can I be happy? But guys, it's the process. So as I mentioned, law of attraction, manifestation also asks you for self-enhancement. The more enhanced, the more happier you are, the more you follow your heart, guys. If really you want to do something, there are also situations where you will not be able to do everything what you want, especially when we keep working for different organizations. Guys, even when I work with Zumba, there are a lot of things that I have to do not exactly the way I wanted because company also has some expectation. Now in that case scenario, what do we do, guys? We listen to the demand, we accept it, and we adapt it. We can fit that demand according to our values and principles, and we move forward. Because the more we keep objecting, the more we keep challenging, guys, the moment there is more resistance, there is a lot of frustration, irritation, and these all emotions are low vibe emotions. The more low vibe emotion you are having, the more sad you are, the more unhappy you are. So, guys, the same scenario you will attract more, and that's exactly what law of attraction also says. So, here in this particular section, what we're going to do is we are going to think of scenarios that whatever that change your mood, guys, or change your mood. When I say mood, is also according to psychological aspects, it is the state of your mind. Okay. Has it happened to all of you that someday you might just get up and someday you feel, wow, I am just happy for no reason. And maybe it's the food I ate yesterday, my gut feels good. Maybe it's the good sleep I had. Maybe, I met some bunch of friends yesterday and we had such a good time, or a good talk with an old friend or a colleague, or, your spouse, or you had a good time with your kids as well. Kids appreciated you for your parenthood, maybe something like this. And that actually kept you in a good state of mind. And that day, everything just more and more good kept happening to you, right? Now, this state of mind will attract more the same state of mind. And that's exactly what we're going to do here, guys. We are going to think of that how can or what actually, guys, let me ask you this question. What actually makes you happy instantly? It could be, I just asked this question to one of my, coaching clients yesterday, and the client came out to be an unbelievable answer. She said that, Shweta, you know what? If you play all the Bollywood and 90s music, that song changes my mood. I was like, that is fantastic. So this makes people happy. So may I ask you all or invite all of you to write down in the chat or just, mention or just think about it that what actually quickly makes you happy? Let's say that there are a lot of loads of work, you're not having a good day, you're not motivated today. So what actually changes your mood? You might want to just go back and check out some experiences. Because most of the time, people who love us, even they remember this. So if not right now, later, it could be your spouse, it could be your parents. You might just go and check with them that, what makes me happy? But if you can think of something, write it down, everybody. And again, thank you everybody for participating and being here today. Now, let's imagine that right now, or there are so many times that we don't have anybody around us. We don't have anybody to make us happy. It could be your spouse or your kids loving you. It could be, a self-motivating your manager or your boss who says, hey, you do a good job. I love you. And just, keep up this good work. I'll always support you. Let's say all these people who motivate us. It could be me right now, help motivating you and inspiring you that, hey, you're amazing. So if we don't have, it could be maybe some digital media is not there to watch or listen to meditation music or guided meditation. In that case, guys, what do? How do you lift your mood? Most of the time, your mood, your mind state changes when you listen to yourself. It could be as simple as this question that, hey, what do I truly want today? Or what do I want to do today? It doesn't always have to be related to a deep question, guys. You don't have to always, go ahead and say, what is the purpose of my life? Guys, life is simple. In everything that we do, everything that we serve is the purpose of our life. And also, purpose of life keeps changing and it keeps, I would say, refining every day because every day we might get inspired by different things, by different people. There were some things that we have never heard. There were some countries that we have never heard, and we wish to travel there. Maybe there will be different type of foods that make you happy, and you're like, oh my god, I've never tasted this food. So there are a lot of new things that continuously inspire us, guys. So the best question is ask yourself that what do I want to do today in this moment? Ask yourself right now, guys. And if you know the answer, it might be that hey, I just want to rest today. But guys, you can again, if you can't rest today because you're right now into working hours, accept it and adapt it and modify it, or I would say improvise it according to your values and principle and take care of yourself. Like just like let's say a small kid comes to you, if you have kids, kids come to you is like, hey mom, dad, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this study. You might say, hey, you know what, I know you don't like this subject, but can we just go through this and just complete this work, whatever is given to you? And then later we can have fun or we can just enjoy. The same thing, guys. Take care of yourself. Tell yourself that, hey, I know you don't want to do this, but can you just finish this agenda and then do something that really makes you happy? Guys, take care of yourself as the way you take care of small kids. That is one more way of enhancing your mood. Even spending time with yourself, having that solitude and just staying with yourself. But guys, as I mentioned recently, I published my book. I would love to show you that book because I also have this scanner. You can scan this and you can locate the book that where you can buy this book. Guys, the name of my book is Pause and Reflect. Guys, the reason I made this book is because, guys, if you don't pause in life, I would say consciously, subconsciously, there are events happening that make us pause and then reflect. So, this book is your self empowerment Bible. Okay, this book says that it's totally based on mindfulness. And, guys, it says that accept yourself. And people who are reading this book from last 2 months, they mentioned that Shweta, it's very self-empowering. It boosts my mood. It asks me, there are so many things that I was not able to accept it because there were a lot of society norms. But I started doing it because this book gave me that confirmation. So guys, I encourage you to get this book and start your self empowerment journey. This will also boost your happiness and your confidence. Let's move forward. And as I mentioned, as we did two activities, we talked about mood enhancement. So guys, two principles every day. If you can thank, I'm sure most of us guys today in this world, most of us, we follow gratitude meditation, we write down gratitude journals. I know we all do that, but also make sure, if you're not doing that right now in this moment, just read one more time that whatever you mentioned that you said thank you to. And also remember that every time you feel that I need to change, or guys, sometimes when we are in a frustrated state of mind, it is, of course, an outside influence only, guys. Most of the time, guess what, guys? Every time your mood is off, you can say, your state of mind is not very good, it has to be with the external experiences, or it could also be related the kind of food you had, your gut is not feeling good, it could be your mind state, or maybe your health is also taking a toll on you. So pay attention to what exactly is happening and how you can change the state of your mind. It could be a music, it could be reading a book, it could be talking to somebody. But as I mentioned, not every time we have people available for us. So find something which is extremely independent for you, which enhances your mood. This is your second important thing into manifestation. Now, guys, when we talked about your goals and desires and everything, guys, we need not like have goals only that, oh, this is my one goal in life, or I need to do only this, or guys, if you say, I want only money in my life, but just having so much money or having so much abundance in life, having so much wealth is not going to make you happy. Once you use that wealth and do some action about it, then that makes you happy. And that's the reason I'm introducing you. I'm sure you must have heard this concept of design your life. Guys, if I may say, your life, your existing life could be subdivided into three different sections. One is self. Self is your physical health, your mental health. It could be your skills also. It could be so many things which are like your values and beliefs, then your relationships, then your career and finance. So your goals can be distributed in all these three sections. Okay. So may I invite you guys to focus on the details. I want all of you, or if your goals, and of course your goals will be mostly related to all the three sections of life. So let's focus on the details. Like, what is it today? If I'm, asking you to manifest something, if you want to wish for something, if you are having clarity, it could be through emotions, it could be one day at a time, that kind of thing. It could be that I want this, or this is how I see myself in next 3 to 5 years. Let's focus on the details. Let's take that one goal and step by step work on the detail. What is it? Now, let's take an example. If it's the kind of body that you're looking for, that would always go in your self and your physical health section. Oh, Shweta, I really manifest to have a very healthy body, a good looking body, or maybe a slimmer body, or a more muscular body. So, what is it that you manifest? Now, if you're manifesting that, guys, I'm just giving an example. If you're manifesting that, I want you guys to check out the details. What kind of body? What clothes size I fit into, or what kind of clothes I want to wear, or if I just imagine that yes, I'm getting that body, what am I wearing right now? What am I missing? What kind of shoes I'm wearing? What kind of girls, if I may invite, what kind of makeup are you doing? Boys, if I may, invite that. Oh, what shape or what cut beard I'm keeping, or what kind of hairstyle be. So all these small details, if it is related to your physical health. Now, if we are talking, if you have a relationship goal which you want to manifest, think of all the details. That what would my partner say to me? What would I say to my partner? How would I feel, about my partner? If that feeling connects you to an older experience or an influence that you watched in a movie or with some other, somebody else's relationship, bring it to yourself that, hey, that was the thing that I really liked in that relationship. Think about those details. Career finance, I would always say that, oh, I want to grow, be there. To be there, what kind of skills I need, what kind of maybe certifications I need, get into or education maybe. Now, what do I need to do? Who are my resources? Go in all the details, guys. I know there's so many things to do, guys. If we cannot, if you cannot focus on all the whatever dreams you want to manifest today, take notes, guys, and spend time with this particular thing in a day or two. Why day or two? Because, guys, right now when you watch it, it's very much fresh in your mind. So I invite all of you to, whatever your manifestations are, just believe in it. Also, guys, before we move forward to the vision board and we are going to do a quick, uh, I would say, a meditation, I wanted to add to the most common quality or emotion that a human being goes through is there is a lot of regret sometimes, and there is a lot of jealousy also sometimes. Now, regret happens because every time you go back and you're like, I would have taken, maybe I would have done work with a different company. So one of my client, in fact, she regrets that, hey, you know what? I wish I didn't marry the husband I have now. It could be, the students also regret that, hey, I would have taken some different career option. So, but guys, I want you guys to, reflect on this, that anything that made you think that yes, this is the right thing to do. Maybe that was the thing that you did 1 year or 2 years back, or 5 years or 10 years back. So I want you to just take care of yourself and say that, hey, I did it because I think that was the right thing to do that time. I wouldn't say by thinking that the regret and the guilt it just goes off, but I want you to take care of yourself and stand for yourself. How would you support a friend that, hey, I feel so sad, I wouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that? You might say that, hey, buddy, don't worry, it's okay. Now, can you do the right thing right now? What is necessary? So, guys, this regret, why I'm talking about is it's a very low vibe emotion. So, every time if we don't get something right now, we'll always regret that, hey, I didn't do that, and that's the reason I didn't get that. So, guys, whatever you did before was the right thing. I want you guys to know that I'm giving you that confirmation that yes, you did the right thing because you felt right some years back. So stick with that, guys, and see how you feel about this whole regret as an emotion or guilt as an emotion. Something that I also want to touch base before we move forward is jealousy. Guys, jealousy, envy very quickly happens because there's a secret of jealousy, guys. Every time, if just imagine a scenario, or if you would have gone through, we all go through jealousy that you saw something and you're like, I want this. I'm jealous of this person. So, guys, you're never jealous of a person. Okay, just FYI. Okay, you're never jealous of the person. You're jealous of the situation or the thing that that person has. If somebody has a better body, that you might feel that, you know, I like that dress or that shirt, or that person looks so fit than me. So guys, it's not the person, it's the factor that you also love so much that person already has it. So whenever you feel jealous or you feel envious about something, I want you guys to separate the person and find out that what exactly that you're jealous of. This will also help you to control the low vibration of this jealousy. The more jealous we become, the more regret we are, the more, envious we are. Guys, this will always keep our state of mind low. So I want you, even though you feel this emotion, take care of yourself. And if these emotions are coming, the solution is ask yourself that what exactly am I jealous about? That why do I feel regret about? And just tell yourself, whatever I did 5 years back, that time it could be a mistake if I'm seeing right now, but that was the right thing to do. So, guys, these two emotions, when it comes to manifestation, watch it out. This will always put you in the low energy. So, with this, let's come to the last part of our today's session. I've just created these different windows, or just imagine that these are different, windows, and I call them like a vision board. Guys, some of you, if you feel you can visualize easily, some of you might feel that, Shweta, I'm just feeling it right now, and I'm feeling happy about it. Could be through emotion. Some of you might say that I'm so happy in everything I'm happening right now. Just give gratitude. So, can I invite all of you to just maybe close your eyes, or if you can just even keep your eyes open, or just hold a focus point where you can focus, and one by one, I want you guys to imagine. Let's start with your life as a self. What kind of mental fitness you wish to have? You don't have to answer that, you don't have to write down. Just imagine what kind of physical fitness you want to have. If you already have pictures of that kind of body, you can just imagine that, visualize that, that hey, I saw this on social media somewhere and I wish to have that kind of body. What kind of hobbies that you might have forgotten in some years back? What kind of hobbies you want to have, or you want to come back to? So, guys, being into Zumba for so many years, many people who become Zumba instructors, they keep saying this to me that, Shweta, this was one of my dream to dance again. And I got married, I got kids, and maybe some people say that I got into job, I was taking care of my family, I was earning money. Now, after 5 to 10 years and completing all those responsibilities, I am back and I want to take care of my hobby. What are those hobbies that you would like to come back, that makes you happy, that enhances your mood, that changes your state of mind? What kind of qualities or values you want to carry every day? You want to, guys, because maybe you got impressed in somebody else and you're like, wow, this person, I love these qualities of this person, I would like to have. Visualize it, imagine it, just breathe in and breathe out, everybody. Guys, the next section is your relationships. Guys, relationships often matters when it comes to your, guys, always watch out your relationship with your closest person, your spouse, your partner, your kids, your parents. Guys, this section is an inner circle, and watch out your relationship with these people. Imagine that, what kind of relationship, describe this relationship, how you want it with your, describe, forget about what is existing right now, just describe it, that this is what I want, Shweta. Just imagine, visualize. If you can speak, if there is nobody to listen, just speak it to yourself. Okay, so guys, moving forward, what kind of career life that you truly cherish? What kind of finance or abundance or wealth that you wish to have today? I say it louder, no conditions applied. The universe, your God, your divine, everybody's listening. Your mind is listening. So say it louder, write it down. And lastly, guys, when we started today's session, I asked you to think of a goal or a desire or a dream that you really wanted to make it true. Let me invite you, imagine, to visualize this dream has come true. One of the best way to visualize is to close your eyes and imagine that you're having it. See yourself in the action. Check out the details. See what color shirt or a dress you're wearing or a sari you're wearing. How is, your mood? How are your expressions? Are you smiling? Are you excited while this dream is coming true? Just visualize, guys. Take moment and visualize this dream is coming true, has come true, guys. Whenever you're ready, just rub your palms on each other, on your eyes. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, guys. You can always stay in touch with me. My details are here. And tell me more, guys, that I hope you enjoyed today's session. Any questions, any thoughts to share? I'm here.
Thank you, Shweta, for taking out the time and sharing these insightful practices also with us, along with sharing the details with us and enlightening us more on this topic. I'm sure a lot of us have now a better understanding of how this manifestation works and how we can incorporate some practical examples in our life and make our life, as I said, more impactful. So thank you so much for that, and we wish everybody a very very happy extended weekend ahead. So thank you so much for joining in, and thank you so much, Shweta, once again for sharing your inputs on this important topic for us. So I close the session with you. Any parting comments that you would like to share with the audience? We can do that.
Yes. So thank you so much, Urvi. I'm sure this topic is close to heart, and I think this one life we all want something. And guys, it's going to be a continuous process. So the only thing is, guys, be always grateful and keep practicing. I would also say that whatever you're feeling, whatever activities we discussed, have a discipline and consistency of at least 21 days. Keep doing that. Mark down 21 days and say, okay, I did gratitude. I, uplifted my mood. And even though I felt jealous or regret about something, I handled all these emotions. So keep up this discipline and let the miracles happen. That's it. So consistency is the key. Thank you, Urvi.
Thank you so much. And with this, we'll wind up the session and we'll look forward to the next session that we have for you. And all the best, guys. Thank you. Have a happy weekend ahead.
Thank you, everybody. Good day. Thank you, Urbi. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye bye.